Greetings, friends. This is Oleh Ivchenko, head of the company Pareto. You're watching a new episode of Pareto Point, a segment where we discuss the latest events in the world of transfer pricing, CFCs, and valuation every week. Today, we'll talk about fraudulent schemes in Ukraine, new developments in transfer pricing in Hong Kong, and a starting point in the evolution of transfer pricing. Let's get started. There's an important reason to remind you. Attentiveness in business is just as crucial as accuracy in calculations. The State Tax Service has reported a new wave of fraudulent schemes disguised as aid for the army. Fake letters and calls are being sent to entrepreneurs, supposedly from the State Tax Service, asking them to transfer money for the needs of the armed forces of Ukraine. The State Tax Service emphasizes the service does not organize any such collections. The goal of the fraudsters is to profit, discredit the State Tax Service, and undermine trust in genuine volunteers. Our advice is simple. Stay vigilant, verify all letters and messages, do not click on suspicious links, and immediately report anything suspicious to law enforcement and the tax authorities. Business begins with thoughtfulness, and we are always here to remind you of what's important. And now, on to world news. Starting this summer, Hong Kong is changing its transfer pricing rules to align with updated OECD standards and global tax trends. Key changes include the introduction of a global minimum tax of 15% for large groups, broader application of audits is expected, and there is a new requirement to submit a form containing key data from the master file and local file. These steps are a signal for businesses. Transfer pricing documentation must be transparent, methods must be well justified, and the policy should be reviewed regularly. Those who prepare thoroughly and organize their documents will save time, nerves, and money during audits. Hong Kong only confirms the global trend. Transfer pricing control will only become stricter. It's important to be careful with your own documentation and not to put these matters off for later. And as always, we'll take a look back at history. In July 2017, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development updated the Transfer Pricing Guidelines, a key document for global transfer pricing practice. This was part of the BEPS plan aimed at combating profit shifting to offshore jurisdictions and the erosion of the tax base. New standards were introduced, country-by-country reporting appeared, documentation requirements were strengthened, and there was a greater focus on the economic substance of transactions. Ukraine did not stand aside either. Even then, it began implementing three-tier documentation and BEPS approaches into its legislation. This update became an important step toward the global harmonization of transfer pricing approaches and laid the foundation for combating base erosion and profit shifting to offshore jurisdictions. These updates serve as a reminder that the world does not stand still. Legislation is changing, and businesses must respond quickly and stay vigilant, because fraudsters are not sleeping either. Thank you for staying with us. Follow our updates, and we will continue to keep you informed about the most important events in the world of TP, CFC, and valuation. I, Oleh Ivchenko, and the Pareto team thank you for your attention and support. Subscribe and give us a like. See you in the next episode of Pareto Point.